So let's get started. Let's go around the room and have you guys introduce yourselves. Give your 30-second elevator pitch because there's a number of people here. Martin Niner just coming on board. Russell, why don't you start?
Hi, Russell Lookadoo, the HR guy for small business. If you see that business owner, my employees are driving me nuts, that's the cue to call me because I align their team with their dream. I've been doing this since Ronald Reagan was president, so I haven't seen it all. It's close, but lots of fun doing it. Again, that business owner, I'd love to meet. I'd love to meet the people he trusts or she trusts in the co-advisors, fractional CEOs, fractional CFOs, things like that. So y'all have a wonderful day. Any questions, give me a call.
Got a deal. All right, Maury, I'm just going right through the screen. So Maury, why don't you give us your 30-second elevator pitch? Who invited you? How did you find us? Etc. And who do you want to meet?
Okay, so hi everybody. I'm Maury Zelkovich, and I'm what I call a brainwave entrainment engineer. I create audio and visual stimulation patterns that alter brainwave activity, neurochemistry, and one's perception of the world around them. Doctors, clinicians use my work for PTSD, depression, dementia, and Alzheimer's treatments, among other things. I'll put my info in the chat. I'm looking for business partners. People who are really good at building email lists and sales and things like that, who want to partner up. As I'm really good at what I do, they should be really good at what they do. And then we team up, get the stuff out to more people so they can be helped and help each other to get wealthier.
How did you find us?
Bob invited me.
Oh, okay. You're one of my.
You invited me. How did I find you? I met you in another networking and you invited me to come here.
By the way, I have PTSD. Did I ever tell you? How many people know that I have PTSD?
A lot of people, you'd be surprised.
Okay, it's post-traumatic spousal disorder.
Guys, sign me up for that, would you?
That's fun.
Yeah, well, I tell everybody I've been married 39 years and gone to marriage counseling for 40. But that's not exactly true. All right, Maury, thank you.
Can I just jump in for a quick second for Maury?
Yeah.
Maury, this is Scott Harrell. I know you, and I actually did some work for you through a guy in Singapore, Song.
Oh, really? What did you do? Yeah, Song's one of my first partners.
Yeah, it was an online course and downloads for the entrainment audios.
Really? I'm unaware of that. Interesting.
Well, it's been a few years, but I still listen to those audios. They're amazing, and I know your whole story. And I think you'd be an awesome guest speaker for this group if you.
I was just going to say that. That's a great idea.
Because I know your history, and I know you're from Canada, and the audios are amazing, and you're one of the few people that are, the way that you approach that is unique in the world. I can vouch for that. So
I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Yeah. Thank you.
Sorry you don't remember me, but
Yeah, the name I'm familiar with. Song does a lot of work without telling me that he's doing things.
Yeah.
Like I'll get a customer asking me on a regular basis, what's in this product? And I didn't even know we had a product like that. Because he would take some of my triliminals and bundle them together, and I didn't even know he did that.
So that makes sense. But the deal I worked was
it'd be nice to reconnect, Scott. I'll put my info.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah.
Yeah, please.
My chat, that would be good.
Put your information in the chat, and then also put who you would like to meet by vocation. Okay, William, since you're speaking a little while, I'm gonna. Well, let's do this. Go ahead and give us your 30-second elevator pitch and who you want to meet.
Sure. I'm a profits acceleration coach. We help small to medium-sized business owners double their profits in about 12 months or less. by using up to 27 proven strategies, typically without them spending more on marketing or advertising. And we show them how to do much of this in advance of them hiring us. Good referral for me is a business owner who wants to recession-proof their business, grow their profits, or increase profits, or they're thinking about selling their business in the next year or two, or indeed they want to beat out their competition. Power networkers for me, Bob, are bookkeepers, accountants, business lawyers, CPAs, business brokers like our very own one and only Bill, commercial insurance brokers, and payroll specialists. That would be it. Thank you.
Well, we got a bookkeeper here, so that he'll get to tell us who he is and what he does. Phil, why don't you go next? Give us your 30-second elevator pitch and tell us who you want to meet.
Sure, happy to. Thanks, Bob. Yeah, so it's Phil Wolfstein with Zoom Business Brokers, certified business broker. What I do is I help business owners find qualified buyers for their business. And longer I'm in this, the more in alignment. And the closer I'm working with business advisors, financial advisors, CPAs, commercial realtors, basically all the people that are involved in helping that business owner and seller think about, develop an exit strategy, implement it, get it ready, and then when you get to that point in time where it's actually ready to go to market, I'm the guy that will do a broker opinion of value, list the business, take it to market, vet the buyers, go through due diligence, conditions release, and into escrow, work with the owner of the property with the landlord, either sell the property in the business or work with the landlord for a new lease or an assumption, and hopefully a successful close and have that business owner and seller move into the next stage of their life and move on. And so we're all part of that process. So this is, for me, a great group of professionals, and we've actually developed great relationships and done business together, and I see a lot more coming. It's just a wonderful group to participate in.
So Robert Bentley, who I referred to you a long time ago, he's actually closing his doors tomorrow.
Don't let it happen, folks. Bob, this is going back about 2.5 or 3 years ago. Bob introduced me to this close friend of him, a gallery down in Melrose area, went down and saw him. I think he had 2 or 3 full-time employees, been in business a long time, customer base. Mother was in her 90s and sick, and he didn't want to let go and sell the business because he was taking care of her and he wanted to move out of town. And over a couple of years, several times, I encouraged him, do evaluation. Let's see what you need to do to get a manager in there to make the business saleable so you can realize your goodwill and the value of the business. And it was manana, just couldn't bring himself to move forward or spend a little bit of time and money to get ready. And ultimately, that Bob said, he finally closed his doors. You walk away. I don't know. So I tell Bob, maybe he's a trust. He has a trust fund guy, or his mom left him so much money he didn't care. But I just don't see the point for someone to walk away from 50 or 150 or $350,000 worth of equity or value. Doesn't make any sense to me. So we can all help people like that by by educating them about what we can do to help them get their value.
So his mother passed away 10 days shy of turning 100. So everything went to him. And look, he's retired.
Yeah, absolutely a saleable business. I mean, what it would be worth, it wasn't a huge amount. It was a saleable business. And I say, what about your employees? Full-time employees that spent 20 years there, and customers and vendors. So anyway, hopefully we can catch those there's more and more of that coming up. And so I hope that that collectively, when I see a business like that, that's not a listing and a sale for me. That's a referral. Yeah. So when I see somebody in that situation, I'm going to refer them to a CPA, to a business coach, to an advisor, and then work with them so we can get the business ready to go to market and sell.
Right. Bottom line is, gang, don't think like this. Don't put those blinders on, because you're going to get, you're going to get a better result by opening up your mind horizons. All right. Off to Aaron Albuquerque. Been a client for a long time.
Yeah, I know. Okay, Aaron Albuquerque, your full charge bookkeeper. I am licensed, insured, and bonded. Passed my test with the American Institute of Professional Bookkeepers. I am QuickBooks Pro certified for both desktop and online, so I could go either way. I've been doing this for 30 plus years now. Started out in film and advertising as a production accountant, which I still do. And because of both the writer's strike and the SAG strike, everything's kind of put on hold, but still going forward with my business of bookkeeping and whatever else, and still do have my hands full out there in Moore Park with all my horse people. I've been doing it for 30 plus years now, and always looking for new businesses, the people who need help with bookkeeping. So guys like that don't close their doors and they can keep going.
Yeah.
And we can help them.
Yep. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Okay, Moshe.
Oh, it's funny. I know Maury from a while ago, and this is really a happy reunion. We do similar work. We go about it in a different way. I think the world of him. I have so much respect for what he does. He's more individualized, and we're more public. And also, we have our everything combined, because we also include light, sound, light and vibration with the sound, and it's more of a sonic massage. The best way to describe both what we do in a different way is the fact that the other day I was trying to print something out and I wasn't able to. Why? Because there wasn't communication between the computer and the printer. So rebooted the computer, rebooted the Wi-Fi, got everything working, and that's what we're both doing. We're working with the hemispheres of the brain for greater communication. Is part of what we do, not exclusive to what we do. So that gives you some idea. I'll leave you with this. I was at a trade show, and Maura will laugh about this. Someone once asked me, what does your system do? And I said to her, you see that glass of wine in your hand? She said, yes. I said, our system does what that does without the calories and the after effects.
Okay, thank you much. Off to Ken Greer.
Ken Greer, I work under the umbrella of Cemetery Financial Group. And I help people get the important things done and avoid big mistakes.
Super. Who invited you here?
I guess you did on LinkedIn.
Oh, wow. It's interesting. We do invites through LinkedIn, and it rises and falls. You get a lot of results, people showing up, and then other times you don't. Maybe it's we're into the summer, and so people are looking for more ways to meet and communicate. So glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Ken, I'm sorry, Ken, are you a hands-on coach, or you work with the owners and the operators, or are you an advisor, sort of advisor, and provide a high level direction for your clients?
I'm an insurance agent that does life insurance and retirement solutions.
I gotcha.
Okay. Put your information in the chat. All right, Haas.
Morning, everyone. My name is Haas. I'm a CPA, owner of the Elamri Accounting. I'm working as a fractional CFO for the small to mid-sized businesses. So looking for network and referral businesses.
Looking for more clients.
Exactly.
Right? That's the name of the game.
Yeah.
So welcome. Please put your information into the chat room. Alan Holmes.
As soon as I find the unmute button. Good morning. Wow, what a great looking group of individuals today. Thank you, Bob, for an amazing turnout here. My name is Alan Holmes out of Southern California. I see Maury, I see Betty, Scott, Frank. Oh man, this is a great crowd here. I specialize in connecting business owners, whether they're home-based or storefront. The entrepreneurs, the one coming up with the new idea, the book idea, or the new next big vision, as well as the everyday consumers, those clients of yours who just don't have the funds or the cash flow to purchase your products and services. So in general, I call myself a human search engine. My power partners are affiliate marketers, those seeking funding. I actually, one of my resources, I just found out that they have same day funding in 10 minutes. It's a very, alternative funding. And as well as those who are looking for clients through a new social selling app that I have, and or collaborators. So basically, in short, anybody that is broke, busted, and disgusted and looking for creative ideas to come together on one-on-one. It's not about me, it's about we and the individuals that I know, that I have come across. For the past, I'll say last 6 hours of the day, I was answering LinkedIn message that I know that an amazing Marie was doing, because as I was on, and it's the first time it happened this week, that as they were coming in, I was just responding to them, inviting them and telling them who I did this about this event and the great people they can meet and schedule one-on-one. So we'll see what happens about that, but it's about collaborating, connecting, and it's amazing individuals. And didn't get to name everyone here, but I do see the amazing Maury up there as well, and all the who I don't know. Thank you for being part of the great Bob show. And Bob, is now I'm going to pass this over to you, because we have some great minds to speak.
Before you go further, I just have
Thank
to mention this because it'll create a laugh. I know that Alan and Maury have a respectful relationship. After the meeting last week, Alan and I know each other from other groups. He sent me a referral of someone I happen to know. He goes, I think she'll be really good for you. And I happen to know her from another group I'm in. We've actually communicated and met, but it was just funny that here he meets me. And the first thing he's, me and others, and the first thing he's trying to do is play matchmaker, and sincerely. So I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that.
Thank you, Mark.
The art of referrals. People don't forget people that are referring business to them. I always say, you want to rub shoulders with those people, because they say that 60% of the new business comes by referral, and they're treated more valuably because you've already sold them on what you're doing, right? Isn't that what happens? See a show of hands on that. Right? It's the name of the game. All right, who did we leave off with? Okay, let's go to Ken. Oh, we did Ken. And we did Haas. Okay, we're over to Betty. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Bob. I was invited into this group by Burke Franklin, who I met in a different networking group, and I decided to stick around because I liked the people and the approach of this group. I am a writing professional. I'm looking for people who have a ton of knowledge that needs to be shared with the world. I do ghostwriting, book coaching, content creation, editing, video scripting, and I collaborate with a couple of brilliant gentlemen in a marketing project that we call Total Traffic and Conversion. So I have a great desire to meet people that I can learn from, because if I'm not learning, I don't want to do it. And so that is why I like to be in a group of smart people who, as I said, a lot of people, like maybe something for decades, you're a super expert and you don't have time to do your writing, you don't feel like it, you don't think you're a good writer or whatever. We can fix all of that and have your knowledge shared with the world. So that's what I'm all about. Communication is everything. So
Is there
I'll put my information in the chat.
Is there any one particular vocation that stands out in your mind more than others that you would like to meet?
Yeah, at this point, I'm really interested in learning about things like epigenetics and brain science. I'm collaborating with a doctor who does a lot of work with trauma psychology and the biology that's associated with that. So anything that has to do with advanced consciousness, I'm really interested in working with people like that.
Beautiful.
Hey, were you able to connect with Mark Imperial, or were you to contact with him?
Mark Imperial?
Yes.
No, I don't know Mark.
I should send you. I'll see if I can send you. Maybe if you put your email address in the link, I'll
Yeah.
send you over his contact information. I just think you would have a lot in common with him.
Okay, well, that would be wonderful. Thank
Is
you.
Mark one of your connections on LinkedIn, Phil?
I believe so.
I would love it if you could put that through our referral system.
All right, I'll try and do that.
Just
Thank-
sorry to interrupt, guys. Just a quick note to Betty. You're sending me personal messages that I believe you're trying to send to the group.
Oh, you're right.
Click on the
Thank you, Maury.
category.
Yeah.
You're
Right.
welcome.
And I'm trying to answer a question for Scott too at the same time.
what I
So there we go. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Betty, would you engage, for example, in writing a series of blog posts for a doctor with a particular subspecialty?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Blog creation is one of the things that I do. And a series of blogs can also be made into a book. I mean, I do all kinds of different content creation, William. So.
Okay, nice. I'm bringing on a new client who may have need of your services. Let's keep in touch.
Oh, that would be lovely. Yeah. I think we're connected on LinkedIn, but if not, I'll send you a request.
And Bob, we'll see if we could do that through Mycity, right?
Sure, I'd love it.
Yeah.
I'd love it. You know, trying to get people to use all the data that we've collected for people and be able to refer it out.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Betty,
Good
it's
stuff.
early days yet, but watch this space for more details.
I'm sorry?
It's early days yet with this doctor, but watch this space for more details.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I will. As I said, I'm going to keep coming to this meeting. I like this meeting.
Thank you. Take that as a compliment.
Yeah, you should. It's a nice, it's a great room to be in. Thank you.
It's a solid group, I'll tell you that much. I
Mhm.
love it. I love this group. Okay, Scott, you're up.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Need to switch my screen for a quick moment. Hi, I'm Scott Harrell. My business is LifeTree Prosperity. I am a business and a financial advisor, and I specialize in overhead cost reduction strategies, which include a lot of things such as employee retention programs, merchant account analysis, medical underpayments in the medical community, workers' comp and waste management audits, ERC and other government programs. And in real estate, we do R&D tax credits and cost segregation studies. And I also personally do life, health, and Medicare insurance, as well as disability income, long-term care, and retirement planning with cash flow life insurance and annuities. And I have a referral partnership with other advisors specializing in alternatives. So pretty much full gamut.
Fantastic. So just like Eric and Alan, Scott is wanting to take his business to a new level. So we're getting uptight and personal, working together, figuring out the pluses, the minuses, and all that good stuff. And it's a real pleasure to have Scott working with me to get to the next level. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you much. Okay, you mentioned, never mind. Okay, Eric, you're up.
Good morning, once again, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, I'll kind of throw a question out there. What if your financial advisor told you about an investment that can save you money on a product that you and pretty much everyone you know uses every month, that is inflation-proof, that gives you great tax benefits, it will increase probably one of the biggest assets that most of us will ever own. It is great for the environment, of course. That's a cool one too if you want to go green. And it doesn't cost you not one dime out of pocket to invest in. Would you, or you know, anyone that home or business that would not want to find out more and get signed up right away? So guys, that's what I do. I'm a home and business improvement consultant. I'm working in the renewable energy space. That product, the kind of the elephant in the room is solar. It's the vehicle that gets everything rolling. If you have folks who may have your homeowner right now that's doing a roof, there's air conditioning, windows, pretty much anything, home or business, I can get it done for the folks for zero out of pocket. The renewable energy space is huge. It's powerful. There's a lot of money behind it. It's mandatory in some states. You have to get solar. You can't build, do whatever you want, get a permit for that building, mostly the homes right now. Today's homes, tomorrow to be businesses, without getting, if you do not have a permit for solar as well. A lot of great information, too much for my 30 seconds, but the point is, it is saving a lot of folks thousands of dollars. I'm helping a car wash right now. They're paying, gosh, I don't know, over several years. We're talking $10,000 a month is what they're paying right now in the summer. And we're locking them into a fixed payment, it's like $2,500 fixed, and they can own it and pay it off. Incredible tax. There's 80%, 78% tax incentives he's getting because it's part of renewable energy saving the planet. So anyway, call me to find out more information. I call it Edison's one of our big utilities. I said, call me to find out I'm the perfect medicine for Edison or any utility company that you and everyone you know is paying right now.
By the way, gang, my son has solar already installed in his house, and his bill went from way up to way down. Simple as that. You know, solar, and there's a mandate. He's in Scottsdale, but there's a mandate in California to move into renewable energy, right?
It's 11 states, including Puerto Rico and Guam. There's a list, but if you call me to find out if your state is one of those, people just don't know. And so the point is, it's kind of, if you don't know, it's going to cost you, because when your neighbor gets solar, your bills will go up because the utilities are losing thousands of dollars and never getting back. And the only way they can recoup that in loss is to raise the rates, which are the fees, to what you're paying right now. And that's just horrible, but it's a monopoly. Again, you can't control it. You just keep on a roller coaster ride and ride it out till you decide to switch over to the sun.
Amen. Amen. Well,
Question.
Martin
Eric,
Niner, somebody said something.
Quick question. Eric, are you selling systems or people are leasing it? Are people?
So I'm an independent consultant, like a broker, for like you have insurance brokers. I'm a renewable energy consultant or broker for renewable energy. So I am kind of the mouthpiece. I'm a finance guy. And so it's pretty much almost like 40, 50 different products and services I market. And I work with companies that do all the dirty work. I keep my nails clean. I just, partner up and put you together with whatever you're looking for. And they do all the work. If you have your own folks, great. For windows, air conditioners, but again, whatever it might be. But the solar is what most people don't know. And I connect with those, folks in the local areas. About 22 states, 50 states for commercial, about 22 states for residential.
Bottom line is I'll keep it into a concise statement. He either works with you to buy your solar system or to lease your solar system. Is that accurately said?
Correct. Pretty much anything out there I can get. Yes. The best product, and ending with this, right now I'm pushing because it's if people don't want to get in debt, and loans are, people don't want to get more debt right now. They're trying to find ways to get out of debt. So I have a program that's no financing, no credit, no debt. You basically like sign and drive. That's what I have actually on my home. I'm making a lease payment today and I can pay it off tomorrow, and it doesn't show on your credit ever. And that's a great one for most folks right now.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Martin, good to see you. Been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. I'm Martin Niner. I'm a former serial entrepreneur, built and sold several businesses, and now I'm an executive life coach and business consultant for small to very large companies. Most of the work I'm doing right now is with some pretty large companies all over the world, advising their C and B suite folks. I've worked with Russell, recommended Russell several times, worked with Phil, recommended him. He and I are working on a project, and your haircut looks good, Phil, by the way. You look good. And really love this group and Bob's Thursday group. And just have been so busy lately that I haven't been able to be here, but really glad to meet everybody. And I'm really here just to network and find out what everybody does to see if what I can refer to my clients. So it's good to meet everybody.
Good to have you here. It's all about the networking, right?
It's all about it.
Yep. Forbes, Harvard Business Review, Entrepreneur Magazine say that over 60% of most people's new business comes from referrals. Okay, so that's why this group exists. This is why my other groups, you know, we have other groups, so they exist because of this. All right, Frank Garcia, talk to us.
Thank you. Good morning to be here, ladies and gentlemen. Frank Garcia with Insurance KO. Been in business for over 25 years. We do the benefits, the group medical and benefits for over 85 employer groups. I specialize in helping business owners to figure out how to pay for their group medical insurance on a pre-tax basis. We just enrolled a group yesterday that, if you're not aware of it, individuals and employees are losing their Medi-Cal coverage here in California because they have to now qualify for the benefit to be on Medi-Cal, because before COVID hit and when COVID was going on, anybody could enroll in Medi-Cal and get the coverage. Well, now you're having to validate your coverage. So this employer was losing his employees because they were no longer able to stay on Medi-Cal. So he did group medical for them. We enrolled them yesterday, a group of 19 employees. So I specialize in that. Plus, I do a lot of life insurance, long-term care planning, and guaranteed income planning. Everybody's worried when they go into retirement about running out of money. And one way to make certain that you don't run out of money is have a guaranteed income plan that's going to pay every month, like mailbox money, so you get it to pay your bills versus the up and down of what the market is. So that's what I specialize in. I've been doing it a long time, and referrals is the name of the game. It's a pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be here. Thank you, Bob. Frank Garcia, Insurance KO.
We're here to juice up the referral system here.
Yes.
That's one of our big aspects of what we're doing. And, you know, for our clients, by the way, we've researched millions of pieces of data in your, what we do is we take your LinkedIn and we download it and upload it into mycity.com. So prior to October of 2018, LinkedIn used to give you the email addresses, the phone numbers, the city, state, zip codes, the website addresses, etc. October of 2018, they did the mortal sin with me. Now, when you do a download, all you get is name and vocation. Those who own the data control the data, right? So LinkedIn has been on this kick about owning the data. So now they don't give you anything. You have to go back to their website to do it. I'm going, you know, let's help people. Let's not just choke them, right? That data is valuable. Do any of you call people? Of course you do. Do you call your LinkedIn accounts? Any of you call your LinkedIn accounts? Nobody.
Once you actually make a connection or your initial messaging, and then call after that.
Not all. Thank you. Not all of that information is downloaded now. So you have to go back to LinkedIn to get that information. And now, you know, historically, what LinkedIn has been doing, fewer and fewer people are putting their phone number in the system, right? And fewer people are putting their email address in the system. So the world is changing, gang, and you got to stay up on it. By the way, how many of you are using like ChatGPT? Okay. I just saw a report over the last few days that ChatGPT, you could type it in the internet, they're losing people. People are dropping off because they couldn't figure out how to get the value out of ChatGPT. Are you generating any revenue from ChatGPT? Directly. Maury, I want to talk to you. I want to see what you're doing.
I actually am going to share something in the chat right now very quickly. It's what I call a universal prompt. So for whatever you want to do on ChatGPT, you put this in first, and then after you hit the little airplane, you answer questions, and it'll give you the best possible prompt for anything you want out of ChatGPT. I'm putting it in.
Interesting. Oh, I love it. Love it.
That sounds great.
All right. So this morning we've got Mr. William Kremner going to give us his 15 minutes of who he is, what he does. So you ready to take over?
I am indeed. Let me just get squared away here. We are good to go. Can everybody see my screen?
Yep.
And of course, let's swap displays. All right. I'll make this as swift and easy as possible. So a little bit about me. I started out life as an international business lawyer, but don't hold that against me. After 20 years of practice, I was offered the opportunity to be CEO of one of my companies, a tech company. I took it and have never looked back. Lawyering is much more a commodity now than ever it was before, whereas what I do still has independent personality and value. But bringing that international business lawyering experience to the table as an English barrister, a US attorney, a European Union lawyer, and a barrister and solicitor of the Eastern Caribbean is very useful for my clients. I'm also a 5th degree practitioner of the martial arts, and I never charge for my teaching, but that's how I give back to the community, teaching people how to defend themselves realistically. Anyway, common problems I see in business. Here are some of them right here. Perhaps many of you on this call can relate. And so the question is, where does a business owner or a small board of directors go to deal with this? Because business decision makers often need help, and it's not clear where they should go. They've got concerns about recession-proofing their business, beating out their competitors, selling the business, securing a legacy, and generating more profit from less stress. So what do they do about this? Where do they go? Who do they talk to get the kind of backup that they need? Here are folks that you'd normally think they go to, but the reality is that they typically, with the possible exception of CPAs providing advisory services, they're not going to dive in and provide the granular hands-on help that the business owner needs. I can tell you from first-hand experience that lawyers and bankers don't do it because they're really concerned about their exposure to liability. And when lawyers are advising on a commercial transaction, what they're really thinking about is, how long is the statute of limitations here? When can I set my calendar up to let me know I'm not responsible for this anymore? So we step in and we provide that level of service. So here are some strategies that business owners often think about when it comes to repositioning their business. And we certainly help in all of these areas. I worked on loads of M&A deals over the years. But the thing is that these opportunities are expensive, slow, and are often inappropriate. Oftentimes, small to medium-sized business owners end up losing control over their baby, and they aren't positioned after these strategies where they thought they would be. So our starting point is always to go after that low-hanging fruit. Time management is absolutely at the front end of this, and I know several folks on this call also focus on time management for people. Our view on this is you've got to stop being the MVE, the most valuable employee, and you've got to start leading your business. How would things be handled if you were on vacation? Stop being the chief everything officer. And we help them on this because the biggest objection I get with a prospective new client is not the money, it's time. Well, I'm already working 65 hours a week and I don't have time to devote to this. So I say to them, it's because you don't have the time that you need me or somebody like me more than ever. We're not going to have you working more hours. We're going to carve out 5 hours a week so that you can start to work on your business, not just in your business. There are 7 areas that we've boiled this down to, and you can see them here. And it's these 7 areas that are at the core of how we approach this. We've looked at many different approaches over the years, and this is where we've settled for right now. And these 7 areas break down into these 22 areas of strategic implementation. And it doesn't matter what business you're involved in, you have to go across these 22 business areas if you're going to reposition your business for success, whatever that phrase means to you. More and better opportunities, of course, is a big slice of the pie, and we break out digital marketing right here. And this is where a lot of business consultants and coaches start, but it's not where we start. In fact, Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn are at the back end of this. Not to say they're not valuable. They are, but there's a lot of things that a business has to get in order before they start pushing those shop windows, at least pursuant to our strategy. Because a lot of business owners get confused when they see all of this, and we throttle it back to Pareto's law that you guys will know as the 80-20 rule. That is to say, typically 80% of your revenue comes from 20% of what you're doing in your business every day. So we hone in on that and start to develop a game plan for revenue acceleration. And here it is, the 7 predictable areas: leads, conversions, closing rates, client retention, dollar per sale. Let me get work in here. And frequency of sale and cost management. And so we start with a statement: we know this works and is a predictable pathway to profit, but is your industry applying it? Is your business applying it? The latest graphic from the Council of Coaches that I belong to is this. And I kind of like it because it shows people, process, and profit. We start with lead generation, and we drive conversions to presentations, proposals, or a shopping cart, and that gives us a total number of new meetings or proposals. We have a closing rate that we multiply that by, and that gives us new clients, customers, sales, patients. We add in our existing customer base, and that leads to total clients, customers, and sales. We have average dollar per sale that we multiply that by, as well as frequency of sale, and that gives us total revenue. From that, we back out fixed and variable costs. So the 7 steps break down into 22 action items, and we show this to our prospects up front, and you can see them here. And it's not until we get to step 18 that we're really dipping into social media and digital marketing. Our approach is you've got to get a lot of things in order in your house before you even go to these particular shop windows. Of course, they're important, and of course you want to be there, but make sure that everything else is positioned optimally before relying on that. So our strategy is to go across the 22 areas that we just looked at and baseline them, which is what I'm doing here. You'll see that the 7 steps are in green: leads, conversions, closing rates, retention of existing, average dollar per sale, frequency, fixed and variable costs for our profit. So if you track through those numbers, you will arrive at this number here. So then we say, supposing we were able to secure a lift of 10%, what would that look like? And I'm going to track these through very quickly here and now, so that you can see that all of our areas in green have grown by 10%. So now you'll see, and of course, fixed and variable cost reductions are a minus factor. There's a slight increase in cost of goods sold because this particular business might be buying more stuff to package it and sell it. But the point is that a 10% increase and decrease can lead to a 56% lift in profit. Now play a little game with me. What if we were to lift all these numbers for the business by 40%? So that instead of 1,200 leads, we've now got 1,680. And we're now converting, instead of 20%, 28% into presentations, meetings, and proposals, because we've got better and we have more compelling stories to tell, and we've honed in on our target market. Now we've gone from 240 to 470, and our closing rate has lifted because our messaging is more compelling, and we're not selling on price anymore. We're selling on data-driven, value-based selling, because we've done ABC price testing in the market to ascertain exactly what kind of lift we could get. And as a result of all this, we've now increased our new clients or new patients or customers or sales to 165. We're retaining more. So we've got a bigger pool that we're now working with. We're able to increase our average dollar cost per sale because we're, as I said before, engaged in value-based selling, not price-based selling. So we're able to lift the frequency of sales from 4 to 5.6. Here's the impact of all that on our total revenue: shrinkage of fixed costs, and accommodation for cost of goods sold. And now our gross profit arrives at this number. And you might be thinking, yeah, but that's not really very realistic, William. Well, I'm here to shift your paradigm on that, because if we incrementally move through the 7 areas across the 22 actual tactical areas of operation, we can achieve small incremental growth, typically without spending more on marketing or advertising. Sometimes there's a lift in marketing or advertising. Just to put this into perspective, I'm going to show you strategies 1 and 2.
We're getting to a wrap here, so.
Thanks for that. Cutting off fixed and variable costs. Here's the numbers. Here's our before and after. Strategy number 2. Oh, I'll give you just a second to see that those 2 strategies alone yield a 28% increase in profit. Strategy 3. Those of you that have done one-on-ones with me, I've dived deeper into this, but we look at targeting the same client with non-competitive providers of products and services, so that all these people become your sales team. And that is able to yield a huge lift in net profit, because every sales clerk at a jewelry store who recommends the florist for the wedding is on a commission from the florist store, and they become the sales team for the florist shop. And so that's how we're able to secure this kind of lift across these areas. And this is how we can work together. My business can become a value add for your business. And as you can see there, we drive your business and drive your clients back to get more of your products and services. And that's what we do, and that's how we do it.
Okay, questions, people? No questions?
Oh, great presentation, William. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, a bit rushed through at the end there, but if you'd like to circle back and one-on-one with me, I can spend a bit more time to deep dive into it with you. And I can show you in particular how business are leaving profits on the table by not having a strategy for their strategic alliances and a commission referral program. There's an upstream component to it and a downstream component to it.
Who here would like to meet with William?
Had a good meeting with him a week or two ago and went into this a little bit more detail. It's very interesting.
Okay, so
and William and I are in contact and working together.
Okay, so
yeah, I did a one-on-one also. It was excellent, and you'll get more out of it by speaking directly with William, so you get the feedback along the way, because he's extremely knowledgeable, and it's, you know, it's both scientific and based on a lot of work history, so he knows what he's talking about.
okay, so what I'm gonna do, gang, this is all good feedback. I'm gonna share my screen, and I'm going to show people how to put a referral through our system. So, okay, here we go. Okay, I'm in William Kremner's account on information on mycity.com. And I'll tell you what I'll do, just for the sake of ease, I will create a referral. Can everybody see my screen? See it?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I do. So I'll do, just for the sake of it, well, let's do this. I know that Haas Amir is looking to grow his business. I'll introduce him to Russell Lookadoo. Right here, boom.
I was going to try to link up with him anyway. Good idea.
Okay, so here we go.
Thank you, Russell. Let's talk.
Okay, so Marie will set it all up. An email will come out from mycityalerts@gmail.com introducing you through our system. And you'll get it through a direct from bob@mycity.com. Who else here? Who else do you want to meet?
By the way, Bob, I want to mention is that you did this. Marie actually made some of the referrals. We did that test. When we made those referrals, Marie posted it on my LinkedIn that I made that referral from, a couple of those. And I had, I think, 250 what do you say, people viewed that. I got a good response on my LinkedIn from people that saw that I'm making referrals. Now what comes out of that we'll see, but there's a lot of views on that, so I think it does resonate with my LinkedIn contacts.
Thank you, certainly appreciate that. You know, the key to this, gang, is that people that give referrals, everybody wants to rub shoulders with those people, and I've been saying that for ever and ever and ever. So you want to do another, who wants to meet somebody else? Maury, I don't think I have your information yet, but let's see.
Yeah, I just saved the page. I'm going to go into it later today when I have some time and fill out whatever I need to fill out.
Okay. Bert, you want to sell your system, right?
Of course.
Who do you want to meet in this group?
I met with William yesterday. That was a good meeting. I'd like to catch up with him some more. We talked about all kinds of stuff.
Okay, why don't we formalize it? Can I do that?
How do you do that? Sure.
Okay. So
Sorry, guys, I need to jump on another meeting. It's
no problem.
good day. Thank you.
Okay.
As do I. Great meeting, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend.
Franklin.
You too.
It's on $100 bill.
Okay, Bert Franklin to who's the other meeting?
William.
Oh yeah. William.
Bob, how many people are in your database?
Oh shit. It's huge. Millions.
Wow.
Yep. So let's see. I got Bert Franklin, William Kremner. I did something wrong. Let's try it over again. Off it goes. And the beauty of this stuff is like Phil said, you're getting more exposure. When you're known as a referral animal, then people really want to do business with you. I know that Aaron Albuquerque wants to meet, I would assume. Let's do this. I'm going to introduce Aaron Albuquerque. To Haas. Here we go. There it goes. That's powerful stuff. So 6 people got referred in the course of just a couple minutes, right? And what that means is that you will get more exposure as a result of it. So I'm going to take it off and share.
Can you search by industry type or some kind of label
Sure.
or tag or filter?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, if we've got the data, that means that you can go in. Here, I can show you. Where am I?
And while you're doing that, please, quick question, that the sample email text, can you have that baked into your link? So when you set up the referral, you don't have to type a fresh email every time?
No. It's the same thing. It always goes out.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's there. So let's say vocation wise, who was asking the question about?
It was William asking.
Okay. Who do we
Let's
want?
say I wanted air conditioning or HVAC, heating and air. Yeah. For example.
Let's go see if I have any data on that.
By the way, let me take that point he's making and instead just ask you, just for my own knowledge, HVAC, could he then regionalize it and put limitations of where he's looking? Because he may not be looking in other countries. He may not be looking even in the same country, but a certain region. Can you refine it to that degree?
Oh, yeah, yeah, absolutely. If you notice here, it has cities. You can search by city, you can search by phone number, you can search by email. Let me see if I can move this. There we go. So heating and air conditioning. Let's see who comes up. I've not, it's been a long, no, I really don't have anything. Oh, I still got William Kremner in there. So, but if we have heating and air conditioning, let's see what I have in my database. This is my personal database. Come on, there we go. All right. There's a few people in here.
Oh, wow.
You know, so I've got 3. 3's better than 0. And they've got a landline phone number, landline. That makes sense.
This
Typically.
drinking
could you-
a lot of coffee at networking events.
Hey, Bob,
Oh,
could you
you
take
bet.
one of those heating and air individuals and just pick one and connect with me? Because I know I do various services, but the social selling app, I would love to, the heating and air, and those are the type of individuals that would want to use, may want to use this free app, car rentals, and this is very fascinating.
Okay, so here's what I'll do. I will contact the heating and air guys, see if they're interested in meeting somebody from our
Okay.
networking group. I'll leave it like that.
Okay,
Yes, away it'll go.
okay.
All right. So you see the process. You know, it's all based it's all based on data, right? If you got the data and you got the valuable information like how you can contact them, if you notice, we break down phone numbers between mobile, landline, voice over IP, and 800 number. And I always like the way I constructed our system. Like on LinkedIn, if you see a phone number, you don't know what kind of phone number it is. So you might be able to text them through our system because we'll look it up and see if it's a mobile or a landline number, right?
What happens is if you text them and it's a landline, you're going to get something back from your company saying that you texted a landline and you have a fee for that. So that is invaluable for that reason.
Yeah, very good. All right, that's it, gang. That's all I got. So,
by the way, Mr. Kremer, I want to thank you. Besides your great presentation, what you showed me, at least what I got out of it also, is how collaboration, you really redefined what collaboration is all about, because you made the people you're collaborating with your partners.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for bringing that out.
Thank you. Yeah, and the key is to figure out where the tipping point is, so that nobody's treading on anybody's toes, but everybody's working together for the benefit of the client.
Right.
Yeah.
very good
Thanks.
stuff. All right, gang, we're over time. I hope you got some real value out of this thing.
Yes, really good stuff.
Yes.
Now, partner with people. William, great presentation.
Thanks,
Great
Bob.
presentation, William.
Yeah,
Deep
good
dive.
stuff.
Have a great
Thank you.
weekend, guys. Take care.
Have a great
Take care.
behave, everybody. Take care.
Thank
I gotta
Boss,
run
Bert,
too, guys.
Aaron,
Bye.
Eric, Bob.
So see you later.